Hi, Shirley here, and I'm here with the Astro weather forecast, and it is a channeled forecast. That means I have yet to look astrologically at all the transits this week. I'm genuinely trying to channel everything for all 12 signs, and I chose a beautiful picture or scenery of, whoa, gosh, I spilled my coffee. This looks a lot better than me now, I promise. And if you can read the Hebrew here, you get a cookie. So, without further ado, just a couple of introductory general themes for this week. Oh my God, you're so cute. Introduction themes for this week. This is for all signs, and then I'll do the sign by sign. So, what's coming up? Cats. Okay, they talk about the feline creatures. They're flexible, they're adaptable, and they can do many things. They're connected to their own psyche, to their own spirit guides, and so should you be on this week. It's Scorpio energy themes. It's Scorpio season. We got 3 planets in Scorpio. That's the Sun, Mars, and Mercury, which has entered Scorpio today. And so you need to be like the feline. You need to adapt your own type of mechanism or adaptability status. No cat. What am I going to shoot now? Follow the cat. Follow the cat. Okay, that's what they're telling me, literally. Follow the cat. I don't see a cat. I don't see a cat. I don't see a cat. Where is the cat? It's disappeared. This is funny. This is a very funny channeling video. It looks very creepy, doesn't it? But these are beautiful plants. Oh, and I'm taken to the plants now. And that's the second theme for this week. Is the color green. And the color green you bring from Taurus energy. The color green is about renewal. It's about the evergreen. You can see it's in the shadow. This is a very interesting channeling video. Oh my God. You can see it's in the shade. You have the green, but it's in the shade. And this is it's the light in the middle of the tunnel. And you need to listen to the color green, to the trees, to the plants in your surroundings, and kind of channel their energy and connect with nature. This is another way for you to be perceptive about your environment. This is not just environmentalism or activism about environmentalism, which is favored. People who are environmentalists and are watching this, or activists in environmentalism, you're going to have great breakthroughs this month. Because you're going to have the strategies, the depth of strategies of the Scorpio, of the underworld, of the underground, and the maneuvers of the underground, and great power to bring about into the light. Because sometimes we want to act for a good cause, but we don't have the means, and the means are sometimes operating in the darker realm. So you want to connect with the green and connect with that darkness, and with that green shade of the darkness. I'm getting also support from green crystals, like green apatite, like moldavite, to work with it in energy, like aventurine, which is a great nephrite jade in pictures. You're probably not going to get a hold of it in the physical. And work with the energy of this crystal. Use what we call psychometry. And psychometry is the ability to perceive information from objects and to put information into objects. And you can communicate in that way this month. This is true to all signs, especially if you're acting for the environment, for nature, or for causes like releasing sex workers, releasing child slavery, releasing rituals in children or child abuse. This is also something, Mercury is children sometimes, also Mercury is children because it rules Gemini, which is youth. And Mercury in Scorpio can be Mercury in deep waters, that can be Mercury subjected to abuse. We talked about it in the previous video about Mercury entering Scorpio and the theme of and squaring Pluto and the theme of narcissistic abuse. So here you are getting the path on how to resolve that. It's change your epistemic standards. It's change how you know what you know. It's change how you connect with your intuition and how you connect with knowledge and how you communicate and transfer knowledge. And that leads me to the third theme of the week. And that is earth and grounding and land. So earth, we had it from the environmentalism, from the cosmos perspective, the earth and connecting with the planet Earth, not only with the planet, channeling the earth. What does the earth have to say? Tune in to the energy of the earth and ask it, what does it need? What does it desire? I should do that myself in a future video. Because we channel planet, but what does the earth need? And it can give you the ways and the tools to serve the earth and to serve the ground and to serve the land that you're stepping on. And the land, it belongs to no people. The land belongs to itself. We are visitors, we are guests, we are given a permission to stay here on this land in accordance to certain governing laws that have nothing to do with man-made laws. And so tune into the earth to know how to serve the land. And the land is not of the peoples, the land is of itself. And don't be afraid, this is scary, to say, oh my gosh, this is not my land. It can be a sense of lack of rooting, but this is the opposite. When you understand that the land is of itself and you ask to root in the land, then it will give you the places where you can root, the places where you need to run. Sometimes some people on this planet need to run and escape. So maybe you are fleeing from somewhere, maybe you're escaping somewhere, or know people that escape somewhere. You can help them energetically, and you can help them in the media, and you can help them in communication and to communicate so that they can find a place in the land where they can root if they need to root, or serve if they need to serve, and be granted a place to stay. So this is the third theme, and that is to channel the land and get connected with the land and of its people. And I see I have a fourth theme here, and I don't know if you can see it, but this is, I'm going to show you that because I don't remember how to say that in English. That's that thing. Yeah, and this is how you work the land. This is labor. So the fourth theme of this week is labor. And labor, it can mean the fruits of your labor. On the full moon, on the 19th, you will see the fruition of something that you've worked for 6 months. That's the full moon in Taurus. But you're also now beginning, as the moon is waxing, to begin to see that things come into fruition. Your labor comes into fruition. I can, share my own story. I've began to return to social media and to learn the algorithms and to learn the content, and not suddenly, like step by step, it's coming into fruition. I see more subscribers. I see people watching my videos longer and longer. I do more experiments. I get more and more results that took a lot of hard work. Took sometimes 20 hours of work, sitting there with the algorithms, despairing and not knowing what to do. So you probably have had this thing which you've been working on, and now you are beginning to see the fruits of your labor. You will continue to work, and you will continue to work hard, but now you will have more like a tuning in to the algorithms, to the mechanism, to the way things actually work, so you can do and invest your efforts in the correct way, in the correct time, in the correct venues, and see results. So these are the themes for this week. And look who's back. Hello. And now, should I go sign by sign? Yes, I will. So, reminder, subscribe to my channel, click the bell to get notifications. I think I have a beautiful channel, don't I? Tell me in the comments below how you feel. What would you change? What would you like to see more on this channel? I'm very attuned to your requests because I believe that I tend to attract the right people, and I'm very happy to serve when it's in my boundaries, to serve when I have a lot to give. And of those things that I have to give, what do you most like to receive? Do you like astrology more? Do you like channeling crystals? Do you like me to talk about how to work with the Moldavite correctly, which I think is an important theme? Healing from narcissistic abuse, healing from trauma, childhood trauma, sexual trauma. These are all stuff that I know how to do, and channeling things like channeling science, analyzing the charts of famous people that are alive. All those things. Which of those are you most interested in, so that I can adjust my content? I just want you to see another beautiful cat. So I can adjust my content to you and your requests. Now, like, comment below, what would you like to see most on this channel? And now, without further ado, let's go to all the 12 signs. And you're checking on the ascendant, the sun, and the moon sign. But also, if you have a stellium, if you have three planets or more in a given sign, in a given house, that means you have a stellium, and that means you want to look at that energy. Where is that stellium sitting? For example, I have my Mars, my Saturn, and my Pluto in Scorpio. I also look to the Scorpio energy when I read horoscopes, because that's going to play out for you big time as well. Without further ado, sun, moon, ascendant, or stellium in Aries. So, Aries, you're going to have empathic care for something, as well as the strategies of how to care for it without ruining it. Because in the past you didn't have that. In the past, when you tried to care for something, either you gave it too much water, note the plants here, either you gave it too much water or too less or too little. Either you tried to overwhelm it with attention and you came out love bombing someone. Or you just didn't know what to do and how to do it right. But this time you're not only going to have the care, you're also going to have the strategy, you're also going to have the methods of how to care correctly for things. And so it's time for you to open your heart and do so strategically, as you know. And you can sort of curve your impulses just a bit. It's actually the Mars square Saturn that I see that helps you to curb your enthusiasm and allow for something to grow. So this is not a harsh aspect for you, Aries. It's not a harsh aspect. It carves your passions just so that they can manifest in the real world long term. And this could be the thing you have been looking for a long, long time in your relationships, in your projects, in your traveling. Maybe you want to travel a long time, study something new. Maybe you want to start a PhD, or a thesis, or a first degree, or just a course that takes long, painstaking effort to complete. This is a time for you to be able to start something new that you can actually complete here with the waxing moon. So you want to wait until the moon is visible, the first crescent of the moon is visible, and then you want to start it. It might be on the 7th or on the 8th, depending on where you are on the planet. You can go to astroseek.com and check for moon visibility. I think they have a feature there that shows you the moon visibility as well. And also do not start anything on the void of course moon, where they also have a table for the void of course moon. You can Google that. Taurus, the comfort that you seek is nearby, But you must look and observe your surroundings, Taurus. You must be more observant of your surroundings. There are things you're going to say hello to, and there are things you're going to say goodbye to. You want to take a deep, good look at your surroundings and feel your intuition, because you are letting go of some surroundings. You're letting go right this week. You're getting a chance to begin to let go of what you call your homeland, of what you call your home, of what you call your home environment, in people, in places, and circumstances, Taurus. And you want to take a good long look at that and just observe and absorb the memories that come in. It's nothing more than that. It's a very positive, very placid kind of style where you take a while to just observe and absorb. I'm getting I don't know, how does it call in English now? The English has melted away from me as I channel. But you see that's your energy, Taurus. That's your energy. Just lay there and relax and observe, because you're changing a phase, you're changing pace. Something's changing for you, and the eclipse is going to take away all that no longer serves and put you on board within the coming 3 months, somewhere, someplace, something new. So take your time to enjoy and indulge and kind of sit on your laurels, Taurus, because you can. Oh my gosh, this is such a wonderful... For all of those who are afraid that the eclipse is going to be on their sun, moon, or ascendant, or stellium, like me, I have the sun and Venus in Taurus. That's a very calming thing, and I was indeed guided to look, to observe my city. I took a walk in my city, and I was literally guided to do that observation, so I can say, this definitely resonates with me. Let me know if it resonates with you, Taurus. Comment in the comments below. What house is Taurus for you? For me, that's the third. And the second Placidus in the third whole sign. So let me know what house is it for you, and I might give you a channeled message, a personalized channeled message, if you get, to be one of the luck. If you do that first. Gemini. Drinking from... I don't know why they say that. It sounds kind of cruel, but I must say what they say. You're drinking from the waters that you've spit into this week. And that tastes a bit funny. But you sort of have to, to swallow the pill, and you sort of have to face something that you said, something that you've done, something that you've dismissed, something that you've discarded, and you sort of have to go back and drink from those waters. It's sort of like a no choice. It doesn't mean that you were not right when you spit into those waters. It just means that it's going to take a while until you can actually give it the finger. You can actually diss it off. You were too rash to dismiss somebody or something from your life that no longer serves, indeed. But you haven't finished quite tidying up knotting up, the ends so that you can move out. You sort of have been a bit conceitful about the manner in which you've ended that project or that relationship. And now you have to revisit it and kind of say, oh gosh, I've messed it up a bit, and you have to be diplomatic about it, because this is not like the town of your dreams. It's not like the project of your dreams, the relationship of your dreams, the place of your dreams to take something from. But you're going to have to keep doing that for just a little bit of while. Until you can, flex out. And then when you leave, do it elegantly. Do not spit. It's not because your venom is not right necessarily, because it may be, but because you want to leave elegantly, because sometimes there are these situations where you just can't leave just yet, and you still have to be diplomatic about it. Gray rock someone if you have to this week. And you can look up to my Mercury enters Scorpio, the ruler of your sign enters Scorpio. It's in deep waters, and I talked all about, psychological abuse, narcissistic abuse when it squares Pluto. There are great tips there, so hop on to that video and watch that. Cancer. Oh, look what I get for Cancer. This is laundry. I love doing videos this way. Wait. This is laundry. And Cancer. It's a lot like Gemini, but in a different way. You've been washing the dirty laundry outside. You've been washing the dirty laundry outside for a while, and that was liberating. But now it's out to sea, and people see it, and now it's up for you to actually come up and leave a situation. Mars may be trining your Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Stellium right now, and Mars is giving you the kind of the wind in your sails to go out and walk out of a situation. You put the dirty laundry outside, which was a correct thing for you to do. It was not adjusting, it was a correct thing, it was a wise thing for you to do. You sort of said something in public that now you have to own up to. You said, oh, this person or that relationship was no good, this project was no good, that company was no good. And you exposed the dirty laundry, and now it's up to you to actually cut contact. To actually walk out. And you're going to miss it. You're going to miss that place. You're going to miss the good memories. You're going to miss those things. But the act of putting the dirty laundry out is kind of forcing you to commit to leave. Forcing you to commit to walk out. Forcing you to commit to move on. Because now you cannot, post a picture of you hugging on Instagram anymore after you've, put the dirty laundry outside. You can't do that anymore, and now you have to own it up to yourself. This is a very positive influence for you, Cancer. Leo. What's that for Leo? It looks like a party. It is, but it's a party in the dark. It's a party in the dark. The sun is now in Scorpio. The sun is now in Scorpio, with Mars approaching, and yeah, you're partying in the dark. What's the most devastating thing for a Leo is to party in the dark. But this image actually shows you, Leo, that you're getting the chance to be the shine in the dark for someone. You're getting the chance to be the light in a very dark place. It's the light of the party if it's the light of a different party. Now, this can come across as some Leos are going to be like Epstein's. They're the star of the show, but this show is about child abuse. That can also be signified by this image. But are you an Epstein, or are you the light of someone? Or are you shedding the light on a situation that is dark? And you may not get the shine that you sometimes deeply desire, that shine, that everybody is looking at me. It could be one person, two person, three people that are looking at you, and they're looking up to you. And you have a glow in their eyes, and it's a different sort of appreciation than the one you're used to, Leo. And yeah, I'm going to cut it at that. Virgo. What do I get here? No, it's dark. Let's see what's in there for Virgo. Okay, Virgo. You're a detailed-oriented person, and Mercury has entered Scorpio, which is not about details and compartmentalized, and I've talked about it on the video of Mercury entering Scorpio and narcissistic abuse. You see a lot of mix of something that looks to you dirty, it looks to you messy, it looks to you out of place, it looks to you not hygienic, it looks to you not natural, it looks you like an inversion, and sometimes that is, and sometimes the inversion is all in your head. So what you have to discern, Virgo, is what do you project onto these things? Are the messy things are just in perfect order, but it's an order that you don't know just yet? And you might want to use psychometry, the ability to get knowledge out of objects, to tap into an object, to look at an object, to look at, if you're in a messy room or in a messy apartment or in a messy situation with messy people, look into the object and ask for information and see what comes through. Begin to channel, Virgo. You have great ability of discernment. You have great ability of sensitivity to frequency. That's why you're annoying everyone. If you have a lot of heavy Virgo placements, that's why you're annoying everyone about putting things in their place and being hygienic, because you have this great sensitivity. But you're in uncharted territory. And you need to learn something from zero, from the get-go. So use your develop your intuitive abilities and sharpen up your psyche rather than just your mind to perceive correctly what is going on in your life right now. And do not make any decisions, to postpone any decisions, because for you, Mercury in Scorpio is like a Mercury retrograde. It's Mercury in a water element. It's not air. It's not earth. Okay, it's flowy. It's fast. It does not, air has molecules. Earth is stable or not so stable this week. It's like, or not so stable this week. You haven't asked Uranus. So yes, there may be earthquakes. There always are. Never mind. Continue on. So that's for Virgo. Do not make any decisions if you are not absolutely having to. And if you do them with your intuition rather than your intellect this month. Libra. A Libra season. Why am I getting Libra season? Because sidereally, it is Libra season. And this Libra season, okay, we got a heart embedded in a rock. A heart of a rock. So, you want to think this week about what is having a heart of stone mean to you, because we are used to having a heart of stone as a cold heart, a heart that is not open, a heart that has been broken or shattered. And you can be that, or it can be a crystalline heart. It can be a crystalline heart. It can be the heart of a crystal. So you want to tune into your heart and ask for messages. For you, it's also not easy because you've been used to Mercury being in your lane for a while. So ideally, it still is, but you've been used to Mercury being in an earth sign, and now it's not. So you have to use intuition as well. And this is not something that comes across as easily to you, because if you have, let's say, a Mercury natally in Libra or heavy Libra energy, then you're very logical. You're very sensitive, and you see that through beauty and design, how sensitive you are to that which is intangible. And you want to use that beauty and design. Maybe draw a picture of your heart, or take a picture of something that seems to be like, reminding you of a heart. And you will begin to understand things with, I don't remember which is left and right, but with your intuitive side, with your less compartmentalized side, which less your logical side, more like the back of your mind kind of imagery that you need right now, and that you will receive information that, when you look at something beautiful to you, then you are perceptive in a different way. And you want to use that beauty, that design, to receive knowledge this week. And you as well, you don't want to make important decisions right at this time. And if you do, you want to actually try to think, what looks beautiful to me? And why is it beautiful? So the why is it beautiful is no longer intellectual. It's no longer intellectual. It's an image and another image and another image and another image and another analogy that is no longer intellectual, and you're going to have to delve into those depths, even though it's uncharted territory for you to make the right decision. And if it doesn't come across as the best, at the first trial, then you can try it you can give it a second shot, you can give it a second go, but begin to develop this road. Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, for you, on the one hand, you're home. On the other hand, you're offshore. When you have all the transits conjuncting your planets, your natal planets, there's a ton of Scorpio energy. And what you want to do is bring that green shade. Let's see if I can get some more light for the green, please. And this is exactly what you should be doing. Let's see if I can get some more light for the green, please. Because otherwise, you're in the shade. Go to your Taurus house. Do everything Taurus. Nourish yourself with food, self-care with sensuality, work on your sexuality, being more tantric and less about raging fantasies. Ask for guidance this week, because your tendency is always going to go Scorpio, and you want to consciously balance. If you don't have an anchor in like good planets on Taurus, you want to look at what the ruler of your Taurus house is, and if you don't know what it is, comment in the comments below and I will do a video about rulership. I just want to know which knowledge is suitable for you now. And look where the ruler is, what's it doing, what house it is, what sign it is, and kind of integrate the house and that sign. You can write down the comments below, where is Venus in your chart, what sign, what house, and I can give you a channeled message for you on what to do this week with these energies, because you have a ton of energy at your home house and it's getting crowded and you need to walk out and you need to bring in other energies so that you won't walk out of your home, that you won't be the one fleeing today. Sagittarius. So I know it looks like an Aquarius, but no, this is a Sagittarius. Liberate yourself in the dark. Sidereally, you have Pluto in your sign, at the end of your sign. And sidereally, I wrote about it on Instagram, so you can hop onto Instagram. Getting these two together. I'm getting these two together. So that would be Venus in Sag. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what would that be astrologically. But there is Andromeda. Okay. So there's this discourse between Venus and Andromeda. It's a loose discourse, it's not a tight angle. And both are in the dark. The ruler of tropical Leo is in Scorpio. And it is going to be funny, but yes, these are two aspects of the same thing. So I'm going to integrate tropical and sidereal. Sidereally, Pluto is in Sag. So we see the shadow of Sag. And you can kind of think of Jupiter or Zeus as that how do you say it? Overly sexualized component of a certain gift or ideology or journey. Whereas, a part of what Zeus did was incestual abuse and child abuse. And this is exposed this week. So we're going to have more exposure. We already had that last week, but we're going to have more exposure of those rituals, of those darkness type of thingy in the week, but in the coming weeks. And if you've been a part of that, then there's nothing you can do. It seems dark, but look how much light there is in this picture and how much contrast there is in this picture. All it takes is for one person to turn the light on and everything is visible. And not only is it visible, the contrast is going to give out the meaning, to give away the meaning of what's actually going on here that is actually dark. You cannot see the dark without a light that sheds light on that which is invisible. And now this light is shed this week. Maybe we will see the fruition of that in the eclipse or in the coming months or in the coming years. But something happens right now, some light is turned on. And if you're in the light, you may be the bringer of that light. And here again, you have to not to succumb to your ego and not to get sexualized about. You don't want to use your exposure or your being one of the people who expose that as a means to get your desires, your sexual desires satisfied. Because you're going to end up with the people who are perpetrators. And you're going to end up exposed along together with them. And for those of you Sag who are nothing like that, which I hope is the majority of the viewers, it is. Thank you. For those of you Sag, suns, ascendants, moons, stelliums especially, I'm being told, in Uranus, that's me, you're going to witness an exposure. You're going to witness a light that is being turned on. And you're going to, this is very true to me. I was shown a lot of things that I was not aware of. This is very true. And you're going to have to just wait and see how things unfold and what is your role in unfolding them. Because you might have one, and you probably have one. Especially if you're seeing this and if you're seeing this image. Aquarius. So, it says the age of Aquarius seems pretty dark. This is very true. In many ways, we are in the age of Aquarius already. In some ways, we're not yet still. And this is due to the difference between the time and space and to the gap between Saturn and Uranus. And we're not going to get all scientific right here on this channel. I mean, on this particular channeling, we are going to get very particular. And you can hop onto my Uranus and electromagnetism video to watch some more. And there will be more of channeling signs on this channel. You just have to ask for it more. And you can write in the comments below if you like this type of content, of which I can record more and more. So for the Aquarius and the Aquarian energies here on this week, you have Saturn in your place. And even though it is in its home sign, you want to make sure you play with the red and the white. The red is Taurus for you. It's the base chakra. And the white is the crown. So Saturn is ruling the crown, is giving structure to the light. It's very good influence. But it's kind of in an angle of conflict, right? A 90-degree angle, a square. A loose square, but a square with Uranus. It's not so loose. With Uranus. And Uranus is in Taurus and is covering the base chakra. And kind of like what you see materially manifesting or what you observe in the material plane is in odds with what you know intuitively or even intellectually. And you want to hold that dissonance for a while. You want to know, to ask yourself, how come that is true and that is true? And let that gap bridge itself. So you also want to postpone decisions because right now your below and above are at odds. They're not at odds ever, but you're not able to observe and percept that. Your bodily sensation and what your mind knows are in odds with each other. And you want to wait for a while for that to adjust and for those corpus of knowledge to complete themselves so that you can step forward in your quest to find a new path for science, a new path for ideology, a new path for activism, an agenda, a new path for the unconscious and how you approach the unconscious, or what is unconscious to you. And you want to do that in a Zen sort of mindset. You just want to stay there. Just stay. Listen to Eckhart Tolle. You might not be depressed or anything like that at all, but listen to Eckhart Tolle this week, to his energy, and just stay with things. And last but not least, Pisces. And I'm getting this comfy little armchair. Now, what's funny about this armchair, it's brown and it's very comfy, but it also gives you structure. And look who's back. It's the cat. Oh my gosh. This is such a magical universe. Yeah, the cat is back. So, Pisces, you are redefining comfort. Comfort now has a structure. It has a home. It has a form. You see the color brown here. Okay, the color brown is the sense of belonging of the earth. You're receiving support from the energies of the earth, Pisces. You may have a Taurus friend or a Capricorn friend or a Virgo friend, but more Taurus and Capricorn, that are kind of giving you a structure that you can ease into and you can flow within, and you kind of like it. It's not confining as you once thought. And also perhaps you're now running into earth energies that are not trying to control you, but they're just there to hold space for what you're going through, for what you're growing into. And all you really need is to sit and relax. And you can now sit and relax in someone's armchair, in someone's house, in someone's heart, in someone's body, without having to do anything or to go anywhere or to run anywhere or to move towards any place, just like you love just being. You get to just be in an earth kind of way. This is not still waters, but it's still motion. And also I'm getting like a very tantric feel to it. Something grows within that is slower, that is deeper, both within the earth energies around you. You give into the earth, right? Water nourishes the earth, and the earth gives you structure that is no longer suffocating. So you find like the golden path this week. Okay, we've got Neptune in your sign. And Neptune is the dissolution of boundaries. Now it's going to be the dissolution of boundaries between people. It's the merging into that is no longer unsafe, that is no longer an addiction, that is no longer an escape. You really have reached the promised land in someone or something. And now, listen up. Do not just listen to Pisces, because you may be in one of these signs that are going through, narcissistic abuse, and listening to the Pisces energy. Like, oh my gosh, I have a stellium in Pisces, or sun in Pisces, or moon in Pisces, or ascendant in Pisces. Like, oh, this is the person for me. No. You got to listen to the whole shebang and decide from there. And you got to listen to your intuition and decide from there. And the intuition is not your heart's desire. It's reality check that you do need to have. So for you, Pisces, when you sit in that chair, just how comfy are you? How comfy do you feel? How do you flow? How do you react? How do you enact? Go over all of your body from the toes to the edges of your hair, the tip of your hair. I don't even know what's it called. And every little thing has to feel right. You have to feel ease, a sense of being seen and respected. A sense of joy, but not overwhelming. A sense that you are at home. And if you're not, then even the slightest bit of a molecule of not is a red flag. Sorry for you, Pisces. You have to face the cold facts before you merge all in, because merging is a thing. So that's it for now, and I'm about to finish my battery, so I'm going to give you a quick look at this beautiful cat. And you can hop on to my TikTok, my YouTube channel. My TikTok is Moldavite Palace 1984, and my social media, which I'm going to put the links down below. And to book a session with me, that's $300 for a full session of both cognitive and intuitive astrology. If you don't have the birth time, you can still book a session, because I'm also an intuitive. So I'll be able to channel this knowledge for it. This one was made without looking at all of the ingredients of the energy, without looking at all of the chart for all of the week. I do know the chart, as you know, but I did not look it up day by day by day. So it's a different sort of forecast that is astrological, but is channeled. And that is also what I do. That's $300, and you can pay with the equivalent of Bitcoin or Ethereum. Hop into my social media, DM me, and we can book a session. Thank you. I was Shirley, and bye-bye.